recap of last week. I got all the bets that we put in, and this is from top to bottom. Um, all the bets that we put in. Um, we had Alabama. Yes, sir. That was like the easiest pick that we had with any teaser. But we do sevens and tens to start. So if you follow that, you're good. Um, I put this one out, had Auburn. It was a little bit of a sweat. It really did. I will say that one should have been an L. They got that fumble, and they finally got in the box, and time ran out. But we did hit on that. ODU was a lock. Hit on that. Georgia Tech. I
Tussle.
told you, but money line. That was 3.5. That was 2.5s money line, and then the 5.5s lost. But that was the one I was nervous about. TCU we put out, hit on that. Indiana Indiana hit, but
Yeah.
if you would have took them with the regular spread, you'd have been cooked. Virginia, we were. I don't. Did we put that one out? Did I put that on the page?
Nah, because we just waited and did that on Friday because we
Yeah, I
knew
think I put the pick on the
it
page
was
though.
one of those 6.5 point spreads where we were like, all right,
I think I sent it out to personal people, but we hit on that. Only thing that we missed on was USC money line. So there was six and
scored
a half.
too early.
Score too early. They should have won that. And LSU and Missouri all covered with the teaser. I mean, if you did Alabama, TCU, Indiana, Mississippi State, LSU, Missouri, and you'd have hit. But I know everybody at least threw one USC in there. I mean, that was the obvious pick, but I knew
It
I
was
was like,
obvious pick. I mean, you lost by 50 the week before, but we should have known to be on the point side with Illinois. You're not
I
losing
just,
by that. You're not getting smacked back to back times.
I just didn't think they can score, Josh. I didn't think they could score. So, but usually that's how it works. You get smacked the week before that next week. Usually, the game is better. Like you may not win, but you do play better. Um, so getting into this week, we're going to trim the fat. This is a all day ticket for Friday and Saturday. So we'll start with South Florida versus my school, UNC Charlotte. Um, we got it at 21. So I think the regular spread's 27.5. That's right at what it's supposed to be. There is no indication for this game where it's the wrong spread. We are too hurt. We're down a quarterback, banged up. We cannot stop the pass.
You can't
If you're,
stop any.
we can't. Our run defense is okay, but it's because our pass defense is so bad that it makes the run defense look even worse when the run defense is able to hold up. But our pass, I'm not even gonna call out numbers, but we cannot stop the pass. So I expect USF to do whatever they want to us. And football is a long game. That's 15 minutes, 4 quarters. You telling me we lost the app by 23? I watched it live. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. And I know for a fact USF probably beat South Florida by at least 10. So there's not much to talk about here. I mean, South Florida minus 21, I would take it all the way up to 28. I'll take the regular spread. Seriously. I would take the regular spread.
Yeah,
Um,
I have no complaints with the regular spread.
at no point would I take Charlotte with 30 plus 35.5 or 35.
There's no value.
There's no value. You will be sweating that. For real, for real. You'll be sweating that. There's literally no point in taking Charlotte with the points here. If you want to sweat, you go right ahead. But I truly don't like sweating on stuff like that. I've seen it before. I took USF versus Miami. I thought it was enough points. I'm sitting here sweating for them to score. They couldn't do it. And that's going to be the same thing with Charlotte. This is an easy pick. It's not really else to talk about. It's just a mismatch. Year one of the coach. The talent level is just not there yet. Not saying it won't get there, but it's not there. USF is a real program that has playoff aspirations. And when they play teams like this, you have to do what you're supposed to do to them to get into the playoffs. And this is a team that you need to handle and you need to move on and mark them off as a win and keep it going. That's it.
There's nothing else left to say about this game.
There's literally like there's no model pick. I don't need any.
Bro.
I don't need any
Just
information.
do what you're supposed to do and keep it moving and start. Start their conference play.
USF versus Charlotte. USF, go out there and do what you're supposed to do. You're the better team. Charlotte doesn't have the talent. They're on the first year of a new coach. You have playoff aspirations. You put NIL into your program. You have a nice facility. I think they renovated their stadium. Just go and do what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
This is Friday. This is a great way to start your day, your ticket off. That means you only got 5 more legs to get through. Moving on from that. The next game up at 12 o'clock that we like, Georgia versus Kentucky.
You can go ahead and give them the stat sheet on when Georgia plays Kentucky on the road and at home so they can understand.
When Georgia plays Kentucky at Kentucky, I think the average margin of victory for them is like 3 to 7 points. When Georgia, this is the last 5 games. When Georgia plays Kentucky at home, the average margin, I believe, is either 17 or 26 points. I got to pull it up. Let's see.
I think it's 21.
No worries. Because I tweeted it out. Just got to find it. Don't worry. Be patient, chat. Can't rush good excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Gotta go back to my notes. Where's that damn? You know what? I'll just go to the tweet. There's nothing else to talk about. Let's go right here. I saved it. All right. UGA. At UGA, the last 5 games, starting in 2023, 2 years ago, 51 to 38. That's a 38-point margin. 2021, 30 to 13, 17 points. 2019, 21-0, 21 points. 2017, 42 to 13, 29 points. 2015, 27 to 3, 24 points. Average margin of victory is 26 points. 25.8. 25.8. The projection off the model has them to score 34 to 13. That's still 17 points.
We're being safe with 13. This is another game that I'm very comfortable with the normal spread, guys.
Yeah, again, football's a long game. I don't see Kentucky even, if they compete 14 points, Georgia is not losing this game, and they're not tussling with this game. They just coming off a loss. They ended that win streak.
First home loss for Kirby at Georgia. Come on, man. This is easy money, ladies and gentlemen.
This is easy money, bro. We're calling this ticket the non-negotiables. Like this ticket right here, just do what you're supposed to. I'm okay with the regular spread with this one as well. They'll win by 21.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are we talking about? It's Kentucky. They can't throw, and that's like Georgia. They can't throw the ball.
And Georgia's got to score some points, connect some passes that they weren't able to connect with last year. Use that loaded skills department to put up at least 35 points.
Yeah, a lot of people in our comments that just said Georgia's wide receivers are loaded. I saw a couple drops that cost you the game.
Carson.
Can't blame Carson. So, Josh, 13 points. Come on. Just do your job. Even if they're tussling, I still could
If you turn your TV on at 12:30, it better be at 12:30, and that's a noon kick. That better be
10-0
minimum.
Minimum by 110. It better be a minimum. Well, whatever the end of the first quarter is,
it better be up 10 points, or about to go up 10 points.
Matter of fact, if I open up that DraftKings or FanDuel, I better see the live odds for the final score of the game, minus 21 or better. I know that much. It better not be ticking downward. It better be ticking upward. I know that. we're gonna have some things to talk about, Kirby. If you don't beat these guys by 21,
Well, then now we have issues.
yeah. All right. So we're moving on from that game. Keep it very simple. That's a lock. Georgia minus 13. Notre Dame. So I think this is on at the same time. No, this is at 3 o'clock. Notre Dame plays Boise. Again, Boise hasn't played anybody. I think Eastern, whoever. No, Air Force put 38 on them.
There's nothing else to talk about. I mean, this team that came to South Florida and got smoked. Now they're going to go to South Bend to play a team that is ripe to not lose another game this year.
and
A
they can
quarterback
score.
who's just now starting to hit their groove. The running backs who are just now starting to hit their groove because now they're
And they
playing
can
lesser
score,
defense.
Josh.
Yeah, well, let's just be honest here. If we just be as simple as the trenches in this game,
Yeah, they're just not comfortable at all.
at all. You
At
take
all.
the helmets off, like you always say, you take the stickers off the helmets. What do we
No, you
look
can tell
like?
the difference at
We're
practice.
gonna say, well, hold on. This looks like an NFL team over here.
Yeah.
So, there's no reason why. Same thing as Georgia, bro. 3:55, 4 o'clock. When I look at my phone, Notre Dame better be up at least 10 points.
At least, bro. They're and the reason why I like this is like one of my second favorite pick is because of last year. I know what Notre Dame does when they lose and they got to get to the playoffs. Not only do they have to beat you, they got to beat your ass like they did Arkansas. So there's not going to be any backdoor covers, or it's not going to be any letting their foot off the gas with Marcus Freeman because they've gotten 2 losses. So when they get to their resume builder, it has to look like, okay, they lost to Miami, top 5 team, lost to Texas A&M, top 10 team. Everybody else, they boat raced them. That's what it's got to look like. And then they're in. And they're in. There's no question they're in. 10-2 Notre Dame. If they went out, they're in. And I can't be mad because you only lost to Miami, Texas A&M. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving on there. Notre Dame minus 13. That's a lot. Keep moving on, and that's great value. 276, 265. Like, come on. Next up around that same time, 330, bro. Man, this is a non-negotiable. This is the Penn State bounce back. Nobody's going to be talking about them. Nobody's going to be worried about them. And this is what they do. Like those big spreads when they got to win by 33 or they're favored by 2.5 or 3. For some reason, they lose those or they don't cover. When it's like right in the middle with Penn State, when they're like a 10-point favor, 17, 20, 25, they're gonna blow the doors off of UCLA.
This
Their
is a
coach
team that
fired.
fired their coach. Players are hitting the portal, making business decisions. Penn State is they're playing a wounded team at a perfect time. Go ahead and blow the doors off of them. Get the offense unlocked. Everybody use every kid. Nobody. All the red shirts are playing.
Hey, this is where you put them out their misery. There's not going to be any fight, bro. A team that lost their coach, their stadium is 2 hours from the school. I expect this game to be full with Penn State or nobody there, and I expect that run game to get going against UCLA. And I watch UCLA. They are a bad team. They just don't have the.
This is a joke of an operation.
They don't have the talent to compete with Penn State. I'm just being real. There is no world where Penn State does not beat them by 14. Just go out there and handle business, Penn State. And Josh, who was Nico's last game in college football? Who did he play against?
Penn State?
No, Nico. Who was his last game he played against?
Tennessee lost to Notre Dame?
No,
Who did
sir.
they lose to the playoffs?
Who did they lose? Who was the DC defensive coordinator for Ohio State?
Oh, my God.
Guess where he's at.
Good night. He's at Penn State now. This is easy.
This is easy.
This is another this is very simple ticket.
This is a regular spread game.
Yeah. Well, we haven't done a game yet that I'm not comfortable taking in a regular spread.
At all.
That's why we're knocking this out on Tuesday. before we get into stuff that we might have to discuss and talk
Yeah,
through on Thursday. But this right here, I don't really want to hear it.
yeah, non-negotiable Penn State. They're going to blow the doors off of UCLA. There's nothing to talk about. 13, you can take it all the way up to the regular spread. Moving on. Texas Tech,
Best team
my
in the Big 12.
best team in the Big 12. Don't believe me? Just watch. I got now you see why that -3 is 410. That's the highest one on there. Best team in the Big 12, $38 million on your roster, probably more than that.
Don't want to hear
They
it.
they got trenches, and
Houston
I
is
got Josh. I
got a
got Josh
sneak.
on the train. I got
Yes,
Josh on
sir.
the train last week.
Yes, sir. After I watched what happened at Utah, and then I watched
Yo, they
what Utah did to West Virginia, that lets me know the difference between the teams. And then I watched Houston struggle with Oregon State, who was one dimensional, literally just running the football. Terrible football team. Bro, very simple game. There's no reason why um, they shouldn't blow the doors off of them. To be honest with you, I don't think this game's gonna be close. We get through a -3. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas Tech wins this game by 2 touchdowns.
well, their quarterback's out, and I'm okay with that.
Doesn't really matter. I see the
Yeah.
backup come in without notice
Well,
and play just good.
this is where your expectation, because I mean I watched Houston, but you were watching them and sweating, so I'm sure you were locked in to what
Bro,
they
locked
can.
in. Their defense is non-coach. Like they're not getting coached up. They're getting penalties. Just a bad operation. They have a good coach. They just got to get the right guys over there. And I mean, you got to think this is like the fifth and sixth team in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to A&M, shit. You're going to TCU before you go to Texas Tech. So it's just like a lot going on for them. But I mean, before you go to Houston. So, bro, I watched them. I wasn't impressed. Kind of Wegman, kind of one dimensional. Barely could beat Oregon State, and Oregon State is a bad football team.
Bad.
And they struggled to beat them. So, yeah, man, I like Texas Tech by a lot.
So the model has this game 43-28. So basically 42-28. And I'm okay with that. I know Texas Tech is they're getting 30 at minimum. They're getting 30. At minimum 30 points.
Yep.
So at the worst, they'll win by at least 10.
So yeah, man.
And we got them at 3. And then the last one on the list, Josh, is another favorite. I like it with the regular state. I mean, TCU is going to blow the doors off Colorado. I'm sorry. I just know it.
I'm sure Larry will hear this, and I haven't really said a lot about it in the chat, but by Thursday, Larry will probably be on the show, and he'll have the socks on, he'll have the shades on, he'll have on the hat, and we're gonna have to sit here and tell him that 3 years ago, you hopped on the scene with a Heisman candidate and a draftable quarterback and a bunch of other players that got drafted, and you caught us by surprise against TCU on the road at TCU to a good coach with Sonny Dykes.
And the black community was all behind you. Can't find them now.
Well, hey, that's neither here nor there. But what I can tell you is that this TCU team remembers that. There's still people on that team that was on this team that's still playing. And, I'll sure as I'll tell you this, the coaches are there. And so,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're going to get a prepared team that just lost a tough game against probably the second or third best team in the Big 12, which is Arizona State, who won it last year. So, they went to Arizona State.
They should have beat Arizona State.
They barely beat TCU. TCU is a really good team. We've already seen them blow the doors off of Bill Belichick.
Carolina.
So this isn't going to be anything. It's at TCU. Colorado.
This is another regular. This is another regular spread for me.
All 6 of these are normal spreads for me.
All 6 of these games are normal spreads, and I really believe that. And I'm going to put that ticket in. I know we specialize in teasers, so this is a
Yeah, this is
teaser
what we
ticket.
want to give. Yes, sir. We want to give you this, but
And this is great odds. If you want to boost this ticket up, I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
well, you take this ticket and you say you're playing on FanDuel. You wait. Let's just say you wait. You might lose some value, but you're gonna get a 50% boost. You know what I'm saying? Or you wait till Friday night. You're gonna get another boost when you add in South Florida. So however you go about putting it in, there's great value here. So, you know,
Bro.
I love this 6 leg. I think it's awesome. I'm probably gonna
Bro,
put this in and add something that I'm really sure about in too as well.
this ticket right here, I mean, South Florida is going to blow the doors off of Charlotte. They just currently don't have the talent right now. They are banged up, and it's just not a good matchup for Charlotte right now. That should be an easy one. Texas Tech is just flat out better than Colorado. I mean, better than Houston. 2 good coaches, but Texas Tech is just better. I'm sorry. All they got to do is win by a field goal. TCU is just better than Colorado. These are not the games where, yeah, any given Saturday someone can win, but not with NIL and stuff like. Not with no. TCU is going to beat Colorado, and they have to get their face back from being embarrassed when Travis Hunter was there. They have to. Notre Dame has to blow everybody out to get into the playoff. Like their margin of victory has to be 2 touchdowns or more.
They're
Maybe
gonna
even
blow the doors off of Boise State.
they're going to blow the doors off. Boise got their doors blown off by South Florida. Georgia, bounce back game. I mean, I could see them tussling a little bit. It's an SEC game.
First
But
half on.
again, if football's a long game, I cannot see Kentucky sticking in this game with Georgia. How are they going to score?
Well, this is something that we're going to talk about on Thursday as well. But that's not going to State. Gunnar Stockton had under 100 yards passing last week.
Yeah,
That's not. We
they're
had
going to.
was drops all over the place. That guy's get fixed this week. We had fumbles from running backs. That gets
Nate
fixed.
Frazier.
Like in big games, I understand what the situation is, but against Kentucky, they should win this game with ease. Kentucky better not score over more than 10 points in this game.
Yeah, they can. How?
I mean, bro, Georgia will find a way. No, the way these corners are giving up the pass.
And then Penn State. It literally Penn State. Don't piss me off. Just go out there and do your.
I'm already done with Penn State. But I mean, as their season unfolds, my opinion will come out on that because after what I've seen on offense from them last week, you're just not ready to compete with the teams that are of the upper echelon. If you can't score points or you're not even a threat, that's why that Ohio State Texas game was so funny to me because I know for a fact if Texas is only scoring 7, I know for a fact that Penn State's going to struggle to score. I don't care if it's a rivalry game or not. You're playing a playoff. This is the playoff game. Like we always say, these are playoff games. None of these games are playoff games.
None of them.
Like we don't have any game up here that anybody should be touching.
Not one. Like nobody should be touching.
That's what I like about those 6 legs. These are non-tussable games. Win the game and keep it moving.
Bro, win the game and keep it moving. So, this when I put it in, it was roughly about when I put this ticket in was roughly about 450 on the odds. TCU -7, Texas Tech -3, South Florida -21, Notre Dame -13, Georgia -13, Penn State -13. So basically, everybody has to win. Just win the game by their 2 touchdowns and a field goal and a touchdown. Like there's no funny numbers, 8.5, no 6.5, no 12.5, no 11, and it's just straightforward, man. We're playing a touchdown game, and if you want to do something goofy and go for it on 10, to go for it on 2 to practice your offense, we've already got that baked in. We're not playing with halves right here. I mean, again, you can if you want to, but this is about as safe as you're going to get. to start your legs. And then build from this. I would say build from this. Like if you got any questionable like stuff that we do on Friday, maybe take TCU, Texas Tech, and then pair it with something else. Take Florida, Notre Dame, pair it with something else. Just don't do the same ticket over and over again, just in case one of them does lose. Your whole day is not shattered. But this ticket right here, don't add anything to it, and it misses. This right here, this 6, do this first. So when you hit with this ticket, do this first, and then do your 7 leg, your 8 leg with those teams in there. But I better see if you hit, it better have those 6 in there for sure.
Mine gonna have these 6 and a 7 because
Well, I already
kick
know
the
you're.
Indians' ass.
I'll be on both sides of that. Because if I
We'll
think
discuss on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I got to talk ship into Florida.
Yo,
I got 48 more hours to talk ship into Florida.
Jalen said the same thing. He said he taking Florida with the Florida. I'm like,
Bro, well, what I sent you earlier, bro, that third down stat, bro, because I knew it. I'm like, bro, Florida, Texas is just as bad. When I looked it up, Florida, Florida's 123rd. Texas is 103. Like, come on, they're both down there. I don't even want to. I bet they're down there with UNC Charlotte on third down.
probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I've watched both of them.
That's
watched Texas.
terrible.
But the thing is, I know that Texas is more explosive than Florida.
Absolutely, absolutely more explosive.
I know their issue was the red zone. Like Florida can't even get up there.
And see, and that's why I think both these teams, there's going to be a bunch of points in this game. And they finally figure it out. Both coming off bye weeks. It's just how, I mean, we just watched the Georgia game. We figured that one out, though. We last year went over, points everywhere. We knew this one was going to be like, all right, slow it down. Be a lot of points in this Georgia-Alabama game.
Yeah, I figured as much. When I was thinking about it, when I saw the over-under at 53, I was like, man, it might go.
What was the final score?
44, 20,
Like,
24, 21, or 45.
Bro, the Yankees stink, bro.
Not they're losing.
Yes, they just lost, bro. The bases were loaded with no outs and 3 straight outs. Sorry, we're not talking football, but it's bro. How do you load the bases in the bottom of the ninth, and you get your best hitters, Judge, Chisholm?
What was the score?
3-1.
And you couldn't bring nobody home.
And you couldn't even make it 3-2. Like my homeboy's pissed. He had a plus 1.5. He's screwed. You had to you couldn't even bring him. That's why I don't like betting on baseball, ladies and gentlemen, unless it's home runs. But yeah, man, nice little 6-pack. You grab this on your way home from work right here. This is a nice hard hat 6-pack. I like this now, Ship. Tuesday we come with our nice 6-pack of non-negotiables. And then Thursday we can start. All right, we might
we're gonna call
4 and add 3 more or whatever the case may be. I'll get back to giving them a pool, and then you just decide, because that's what's happening anyway.
Yeah,
people are picking, you're adding in whatever. People are picking on Wake Forest and taking,
Ruben. I'm calling him out. My barber. Oregon -7 first quarter, check. Oregon second quarter, check parlay. Then he start adding Oregon -7.5, 4.5 each quarter. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? This is what we call donations.
Bro, by the fourth quarter, they've already scored all their points.
Ruben.
They're just running the ball at this point.
Ruben, stop making donations. Dumbass bets. Just stick to the strategy, bro. Those fingers are getting real antsy. Yeah, I'm gonna do this right here. No.
The little aces money line.
Bro.
Old man told me he had a ticket. He's like, I had Miami money line and LSU with the points, and I had Ohtani for a home run. I said, hold on, bro.
Right,
what do you mean you had Ohtani for a home run with all these other plays in? What?
Stop making donations. Stop chasing the payout. Like, bro, take the lock. Take the guaranteed win, man. Just take it and move on.
Like what we did this past weekend, we knew that the Florida State Virginia game was going to be weird, so we
Bro,
purposely didn't put it in any tickets. We
yep,
bet it on Friday
and
and used that
separate. Yeah,
to go to the next day.
yeah. Just be smart with your money. I'm telling everybody, stop betting on dumb ass games. Like, stop betting on Eastern Michigan versus Toledo or Eastern Michigan versus Akron.
Right.
Like, just find the games that are comparable to real life NFL games or like the teams that are good. So if you get down, there's a chance that the better team can come back or stay in the fight. If you're
Yep.
betting on those third grade teams, once they get down, that's it. You can go ahead and scrap that ticket. So it's
We're
literally
getting to the point. We're a month in, shit. Like we're
no.
getting to the point now. We got two more. We got 8 weeks left of football here.
Well, I think
we got to get this right.
well after this week, really, I can start filtering you out by just conference opponents, and it ain't gonna be no more unless you're
But yeah,
out
this
of
is the last right here. I know who we are. After this
yeah.
week right here, everybody's had to play somebody.
Everybody's had to play. So did there is no hitting your stride on like changing. Like if you're gonna do it, it's this week.
Like
It's
Dabo, if he's gonna win
well,
a game, it's got to be
yeah,
this week.
and you have to do it offensively because if you win the game 21-14 or 27-17, you're the same. You only scored 27 points.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Definitely.
27 points in college, Josh, is kind of low.
Right. You had, and let's just say you had 10 possessions and you only scored 27
Average
points.
is 11. I think the average between 11 and 12.
So 11
Not
drives.
including that bullshit halftime where you get it for 2 seconds. It's like 11 possessions.
You barely scored on. So that let's just say that's a third. Let's just say you scored on 4 possessions out of that 8. I mean, out of the 11. I mean, that's 7 other drives that you did nothing.
3
You know
and out. Punt.
Like
Turnover.
that's another like that's why I'm doing a convincing with you with Florida because it's like, bro, you went 0 of 13 on third down. There is no way you don't at least go 50% this week. At least 50%, maybe 40.
I'll give you 35%.
Yeah, I'll give you 40%. You can go out there and go 6.
You're 35. What's 30? Let's see what that. What would that have been?
They went 0 for 13, so they go out there and go 4 for 13, maybe 5 of 13 on third down.
Yep, 32% is 4 for 13.
I'll take them right around 5. Bro, if they go 5 or 13 this week,
That's fine.
They cover.
Yeah,
if they go 5 or 13 on third down this week, they cover.
That means you sustained at least a drive and a half, bro.
That you sustain almost 40% of your drives.
Thank God.
It's and see, people don't realize like we're getting that minute when it comes to these numbers because we're talking about spreads and drives and how many times I think you can score, and then you got to think of the turnovers.
Really,
so it's a lot that goes into this.
Really, if you mathematically, Josh, really, when it comes to college football, like Ohio State and Texas are like an anomaly. But even them, they can get scored on. It's better off looking to see what the defense, what the offense can do.
Yeah.
Versus because prime example before we get off. Penn State defense was like number 2 in the country. Oregon's was like number 4 because they played nobody and their averages are really low because they play nobody and not giving them no points. They played each other and it took to like the third, fourth quarter. They both wound up putting 30 on each other. Yep. Because like we just talked about, if you get 11 drives, Josh, even if a team scores 30% or 20%, that's still 21 points out of 10 drives. 21. And now your defensive numbers, let's just say everybody that you played, Josh, got 10 possessions and they scored 3 of 10. That's 30%. That's not that good. But if every game you played and they scored 30%, that's 21 points. Now your defensive average looks like you give up 21 points a game. But I know for certain that you're probably scoring 45 if you're giving up 21. So their defense, they're playing against teams that are not getting past 20% of their possessions are scoring. In college football, you can already eliminate the field goal. Only the elite games where they get to the 30 or the 20 and it's like 4th and like 7, they're not going for it. We're not kicking field goals we're not kicking field goals in college football unless it's a very minute and competitive Georgia where it's going to come down to one possession. Other than that, everybody else, when it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, they're going for it. We'll just take the turnover down, so you know that nobody's kicking field goals. It's all about the touchdowns. It's college football. You have got to get in the box.
100%.
You got to get in the box. Nobody cares that you're kicking field goals. So that goes back to my point with the defense. When you're looking at these stats, I don't know, bro. Florida defense only giving up 10 points. Now I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm not saying they're not good. But if they play a team that can score, they're eventually going to give up points, right?
Eventually, the dam always breaks.
Josh, Ohio State versus Texas. If Texas scores, I mean, it's 14-14. I mean, that's so that.
Yeah, one turnover, get a field goal, like anything.
So, yeah, bro. So, offensive production is way more. I'm always in college. I'm always going to go with the offensive touchdown. We seen it with Indiana. They scored hella points, but who scored it in? Who scored one more touchdown?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, a good team.
So, all right, well, Josh, that's it. I'll go ahead and post this on the page. This is official ticket number 1. TCU -7. Texas Tech -3. South Florida -21. Notre Dame -13. Georgia -13. Penn State -13. Just win the game. These are non-negotiables. You could take these with the regular spread.
Yes, sir. Bro, shit. I'm so weak.